with this, now we will come to our next keynote presenter, and I will introduce him. And now I would like to welcome and invite Mr. PUGAZHENTHY, widely known and respected across the industry as Mr. Pug, a distinguished metallurgist and a lifelong contributor to the Indian and global metals community. Mr. PUGAZHENTHY is past national president of the Indian Institute of Metals, IIM, and currently serves as the executive director of the India-led Zinc Development Association, a 64-year-old non-profit institution dedicated to promoting technical knowledge and market development in lead and zinc, with deep expertise spanning lead acid batteries, galvanizing, die casting, metal recycling, and the broader downstream applications of non-ferrous metals. Mr. Pug remains a mentor to many and a thought leader to all of us. He is dedicated to tech advisory services and market development for lead and zinc and their applications. In fact, growth of zinc and lead is his greatest passion. Today's webinar would not have been taken shape without Mr. Pug's vision, guidance, and relentless passion for the zinc industry. It is through his efforts that we've been able to bring together three global associations on this platform and having a esteemed panel of speakers today with us. We are deeply indebted to him and the ILZDA team for making today's forum a success. And today we have the privilege to hear his trend-setting presentation, Zinc and its markets in India. Over to you, Mr. Pug.
Anna, welcome. It's such a delight for me to be part of this event along with you.
Thank you, Chandru. Thank you.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Chandru, and thank you, Binaji. Let me also add my words of welcome to all of you, my friends. It's such a nice thing that Binaji has been able to connect all of us. It is, in fact, COVID taught us to get connected virtually and interact whether family matters or technical subjects or business transactions. So that way, it's a very nice opportunity for us. Wherever you are able to connect and get enlightened on a very important subject, zinc. And today, as Chandru said, I'm being followed by a set of very eminent speakers specialized in their own way. And they are going to talk about different things. And I'm going to talk about zinc. And zinc, as you know, is the third widely used non-ferrous metal after aluminium and copper. And you also must be knowing zinc is a very ancient material. We have very rich heritage site in Udaipur, and for our forefathers in centuries ago, they used to make brass utensils and brass components, etc. And brass is an alloy of zinc and copper, you all know that. So we have been using it for a long time, but today we have come to modern uses of zinc. We talk about nano zinc, die-cast parts for IT sector, electronic components, and dry cell batteries really operated, being used in a variety of portable gadgets, etc. So that is the history of zinc, but zinc is really galloping worldwide. Steel is increasing production-wise. India is the second largest producer. And I'm going to tell you what all is happening in the steel sector when I talk about infrastructure, construction, and automobiles, etc. So once steel is increasing, zinc also. Zinc is actually its demand is linked with steel very closely. About 75–80% of zinc is all used in galvanizing for corrosion protection, etc. And therefore, when steel is improving production-wise, usage-wise, zinc also is bound to see similar galloping trends. Now, post-independent India, India was always import-dependent for a very long time. We were importing from Broken Hill, Australia, and Cominco, Canada, etc. Fortunately, Hindustan Zinc was there even in 80s, 90s, 70s, etc. But their capacity was very limited. It was a public sector with limited capacity, limited markets were also not so big as we are seeing today. But 2002, when Hindustan Zinc was disinvested, when Hindustan Zinc took over, there the real story of zinc began in India. Such a wonderful planning by Hindustan Zinc that they expanded capacity in mining, smelting, power generation. Everywhere they expanded the capacity. And today, India is one of the largest integrated zinc producers in the world. And even now, Hindustan Zinc is talking about expanding their capacity. Today, it's around 1 million ton production capacity of zinc. They're talking about 1.2 million tons, and they're going to be increasing it to 1.5, maybe later, and eventually 2 million ton capacity also they're talking about. So that's the story about Hindustan Zinc. And if you look at production-wise, India has made around 827,000 tons of zinc during the last financial year. And that's a really big number if you look at many countries. As I said, we are one of the largest zinc producers in the world. There are very few countries, let me tell you, who are blessed with iron ore for extraction of zinc, zinc ore, zinc natural deposits. Again, India is having that. So you are having both. Some countries import zinc and steel will be there, or vice versa, etc. So we are blessed with both. That is a unique thing. And fortunately, India is, Chandru spoke about the turmoil, global turmoil, Trump factor, etc. But India is behaving differently. Even yesterday, day before yesterday, ADB, IMF, World Bank, they all have come with a prediction for forecast for India's GDP growth. India will be witnessing 6.5% growth current year, financial year. And last year also it was around 6.2, 6.3%. So we are really doing very well that way. And today, if you look at our production, as I told you, 827,000 tons, which is a big number, out of which about 72% goes for galvanizing application, protecting iron and steel structures and products, which will be used in public infrastructure, with zinc coating, molten zinc being coated there. And this zinc is one material, I should tell you, non-ferrous metals, each one of them has specific characteristic. Aluminium is known for its lightweight characteristics. Copper is known for good electrical and thermal conductivity. And what is zinc known for? Zinc is known for its excellent corrosion resistance. And that's why zinc is used for various coatings, not only galvanizing, zinc spraying, zinc-rich paints, electroplating, zinc anodes for cathodic protection. Everywhere you're using zinc in different forms. So that's the beauty about zinc. So 72% zinc goes in galvanizing various types of products, sheets, structures, pipes, wires, miscellaneous, GI buckets, a lot of things are they are under this category, galvanized 72%. And brass and other alloys are around 10% in India. Die casting 7%, which I expect will see a big growth in the coming years. A lot of homework to be done on the die casting front. Zinc wire is around 3%. Zinc wire is used for thermal spraying. I was just now talking to you about zinc spraying. Next to hot dip galvanizing, zinc spraying is the largest market. You have a spray gun where you put zinc wire or zinc powder, melt them, and the molten metal deposits will be projected on the steel surface. That's your sprayed zinc coating, unlike the hot dip galvanized coating. And here you should see galvanizing. If you look at the process itself, it's such an excellent process. You clean the steel, dip it in molten zinc, and it forms a metallurgically bonded coating. And this coating is such a product. It has excellent wear resistance, abrasion resistance, rough and tough handling, etc. And the coating never gets removed. And the other beauty is the galvanized coating lasts long for decades and decades. 50, 60, 70 years life you can get in a normal rural atmosphere. In very corrosive locations like industrial or marine atmosphere, the life will come down. Therefore, in such location where the life will come down, you have to deposit a thicker coating. The important point I'm driving home is the service life of the galvanized product depends on the coating weight applied. You double the coating, you will get double the life. Triple the coating, triple the life. Therefore, this is an important factor. Bureau of Indian Standards may specify on particular coating weight, average mass of coating on different products, wire or pipe or structures, etc. But depending on the environment, corrosive or non-corrosive, mild, industrial, rural, urban, whatever atmosphere, you should select appropriate coating thickness. You can increase the zinc coating if the situation demands. And zinc wire, I talked to you about that, and also dry cell battery. This is, of course, very well known. Everybody, Nippo, Novino, there's so many players here in the country, but Eveready is the largest player. And this is a market which consumes 2%. And this is one product, affordable, portable energy source you can put everywhere. Wall clock or toy or maybe any gadget, remote, etc. So that for dry cell battery is around 2%. About the galvanized coating, I was telling you, mostly Chandra also mentioned, the galvanized steel is used mainly in infrastructure, construction, and automobiles. Shortly after me, Sachin will be talking about how much money is being pumped in the infrastructure sector in India. India is behaving differently. Last few years, you're seeing the boom in infrastructure, whether it is power, transmission line towers, galvanized, telecom towers, again galvanized, railway electrification towers, highway guardrails, crash barriers, high mast lighting columns, etc. And even the steel support structures for solar panels and windmills. These are all hot dip galvanized because there's so much capacity available in this country. Regionally, they are spread all over. Wherever you want, you can locate a galvanizer, send the material, get it galvanized, and erect the structure wherever you want. Therefore, the capacity is there, but I personally feel India has got a huge unexplored market potential for galvanized steel. We are using very limited, maybe about 20-25%, maybe we are coating probably. We are producing around 144 million tons of steel, some of them being exported. Maximum steel is used in infrastructure, open exposed structure, but many times you will find them painted, or sometimes they are not even painted. Paint film, in no time it gets peeled off during transport or during handling, while galvanized coating is intact. And also infrastructure, we are putting plenty of money. Every day you are seeing Highway Minister Nitin Gadkari talking about 50 kilometers per day he wants to have in this country. World-class express highways, all the way you will have guardrails and crash barriers. And we are also putting plenty of money in various infrastructure. There's a boom in this country, which Sachin will talk about. Construction, where we are using galvanized steel sheets, corrugated or plain sheets, or galvalume steel sheets. You must be seeing blue colored steel sheets on rooftops when you're flying or wherever you're seeing. And they're all galvanized, and on top of it, there's a zinc aluminum coating, and then there is a color coating. It can be green also, it can be brown also. In India, you will see mostly blue colored galvalume steel sheets. Automobiles, yes, plenty of zinc is being used. Plenty of zinc is being used, galvanized steel is being used for bus body fabrication. For bus bodies, yes, we are using plenty. And in the case of cars, auto bodies, International Zinc Association is promoting use of zinc coated steel for auto bodies. They are using salt for de-icing, etc. And therefore the car body gets corroded quickly in many countries, Canada, Europe, and North America, etc. In India, corrosion is not a big phenomenon. But if you have a galvanized steel in auto bodies and over that you have multi-layers of paint coating, it's going to last long and the body will be intact. So this is one place where India has to really expand in a big way. And die casting, if we talk about we were making plenty of zinc die-cast components for all our automobiles, cars, or scooters, or motorcycles, etc. But later on, since the auto industry wanted fuel economy for the benefit of the consumer, they switched over to many aluminum die-cast component. Thereby, India lost quite a bit of, not only India, worldwide, we have lost zinc markets in the auto sector. But I expect and I want more and more non-automotive applications for die casting, like your door handle, sanitary fittings, bathroom fittings, builders hardware, etc. All this can be die cast in big volumes. Die casting is a process by very nature of the machine, hot chamber die casting machine. You can make million pieces in a year, million component. Every second it drops from the machine. Therefore, high capacity machine, and you can make high volume production. Therefore, the unit cost of die cast component zinc will be much, much lower. Therefore, non-automotive application is one thing which we should encourage in the case of die casting. Now, coming to zinc wire galvanizing facility, as I told you, is there across the country. But sometimes you may have to transport the material, your steel structure, 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers or 75 kilometers. Therefore, zinc spraying is one application, one process where you are portable. You're taking the spray gun, shot blasting machine, etc., to the site, whether it is remote location, urban, inaccessible areas. You can just go wherever the steel is lying there or being erected, and you spray zinc there. So at the site, you can apply only the manpower, and the machine will move to the site and do the coating deposit, etc. So thermal sprays, that is a great advantage. The other thing is galvanizing process has a range up to this much. You can coat 600 grams per square meter, or much lower for sheets and wires. But with thermal spray, you can deposit 1,000 grams, you can deposit 1,200 grams per square meter. You can even deposit 1,500 grams per square meter. So there is a flexibility. If it's a corrosive location, Cochin, Mangalore, Vizag, you can go for thicker coating by thermal spraying. Now, Chandru also talked about circular economy. The galvanizing sector is one where we are doing circular economy practicing from maybe 70s, 80s, etc. How it happened, let me tell you. While you're doing galvanizing, quoting the job, inevitably zinc wastes are formed. The surface molten zinc will be oxidized, which is zinc ash, and continuously it is skimmed off and sold to traders and middlemen, etc. Zinc ash or galvanizers, which is mainly oxidation of zinc oxide with some entrapped aluminum chloride, etc. There's another waste product, iron and zinc. The iron, with free iron, which comes from the pickling bath, iron or iron salt or the job itself. Zinc and steel also react, and it forms a thicker material called zinc dross, heavier material, which settles at the bottom of the kettle. Therefore, you have zinc ash on top, molten zinc, and zinc dross at the bottom. So both the zinc ash and zinc has a ready market in this country. Zinc ash is used mainly for manufacture of zinc sulfate, mainly used for agricultural applications. We all need plenty of zinc for us. Vegetables need plenty of zinc. Animals need plenty of zinc. So zinc sulfate is one important micronutrient for everybody. And therefore, zinc sulfate is sprayed on the soil. Dr. Das is going to talk more about that. He's a very well-read, well-known guy, expert in zinc sulfate, micronutrient, etc. And the other one, zinc oxide, which is used again for manufacture of, the zinc dross is used for manufacture of zinc oxide. Zinc dross is the input material for zinc oxide manufacture. And this zinc oxide is used in paints industry, pigment industry, rubber, gloves, and maybe plastic, semiconductors. Variety of uses are there for zinc oxide. Therefore, even the waste material, we are not. In fact, our industry is importing zinc ash. Our industry is importing zinc dross over and above whatever we are generating. You can only generate maybe 20-25% maximum zinc ash and zinc dross put together in a galvanized plant. So there is a limitation of availability, and there is more capacity for zinc sulfate, for zinc oxide. We are importing sometimes zinc ash, zinc dross, etc. So this is circular economy we are practicing for a long time. As Chandru said, waste is wealth, and that's what we are doing. So I think this is the background about zinc markets in India. If you look at the future, we are really poised for quantum jump growth because of our very conscious decision to put massive amounts in infrastructure. And construction also is booming in this country. I don't have to dwell in great detail. Automobile industry is the third largest in the world. It's going to become number two, maybe a couple of years. You will see India will be the number two producer. India is, in fact, the capital of two-wheelers to be. And I read even three-wheelers, electric three-wheelers. India is the capital. Just imagine what's happening in this country. So with these words, I want to conclude, and you are always welcome to talk to me or send me an email. ILZDA and myself will be very delighted to help you with the latest information on technology, markets, etc. Thank you very much, Binaji. Thanks all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pug, for the comprehensive and insightful overview of the zinc market in India. Your analysis adds great depth to today's webinar.